Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube, and today I'm bringing you the second part of my exotic European speed build. I am recording this voiceover right after I finished the last one, so that is why I still sound gross and disgusting. Despite, hopefully by the time this video goes up, I'm crossing my fingers that I've now recovered from my sinus infection. Cause this sucks. I freaking hate being sick. Anyways, yeah. We're finishing up the house. So, I'm now going to be decorating the office, master bedroom, master bathroom. Well, you guys missed like the first half of the master bathroom because I had gone to Edit World to save and I'd forgotten to resume recording when I'd come back into the house. But the second half, the master bathroom, the nursery, like the entire outside's like all landscaping and like furnishing the back patio and playground and stuff like that. So yeah, if you didn't know, I posted the first part of this video a couple weeks ago, building the house, furnishing the kitchen, laundry room, and that like main living area, so the dining room and the living room. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like how like you walk in and you walk right into the living room. I don't love that, and when I originally, like when I was first laying out the house, that was not the plan. The plan was actually that the kitchen was gonna be on the like on that wall that is shared with the laundry room. Like right here, right where I just was, like with the plant and like that china cabinet and the bookcases, like that was actually where the kitchen was supposed to be, and then the dining room was going to be where the living room stuff is, and then the living room stuff was going to be over where the kitchen was, and it's like there was a completely different floor plan layout, but I just, as I was like moving around the house, like doing things, I just kept thinking more and more. I'm like, I just feel like the kitchen doesn't make sense here. I don't think I'm gonna like how the kitchen will lay out here. So I ended up changing it, but I still don't like that you just, again, you come in through the front door and bam, you're right in the living room. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. So this house is for my Generation 6 family of my Sims 3 Feig challenge. So Feig stands for every generation there's a genre. Yeah, this is Finn's house. I have no idea if he has found his significant other yet, because as of the time I'm recording this voiceover, I've only just made the girls. I haven't even introduced them to you guys yet, so I have one that I'm secretly crossing my fingers he ends up dating, just because I really like her, and I went out and I downloaded a bunch of custom tattoos to give her, because I was like, oh my gosh, she would totally be the one to like rock this tattoo, but I hate the placements of the Sims 3 tattoos. Like, if you want to put one on their wrist, it's literally right on the back of their wrist. Or you can only put one on their ankle. You can't put one on their thighs. Or, like, it's always on, like, the outside of their arm. Or the like... And sometimes I want it to, like, wrap around their arm. Or wrap around their... I want it on their thigh. Like, and I can't. Because The Sims 3 has bad placement for tattoos. So I went looking for some to see if that would help. And I would just, like... I was looking at her, I'm like, she's missing something. She needs something more. And so I went and downloaded custom tattoos, and the idea was that if we end up going with her, that I'll give them to her. Otherwise, I just have now all these random custom content tattoos installed. But I don't know, like, she's who I'm secretly voting for. I'm not gonna say what her name is, though if I say tattoo, like, you might know, because she's the only one that had it, like, because I gave her a tattoo. It just kind of peeks out of her from under her shirt sleeve, but I don't know if, like, we ended up going with somebody else, because again, I placed 3 girls. I want to talk about the bedroom here for a second. I struggled so hard I'm getting a major sense of deja vu all of a sudden. I've said this about a bedroom before, that I had a really hard time using this stuff to furnish this bedroom. But I did. I wanted to stick with, we're using the World Adventure stuff, and like maybe they went on vacation or something and they purchased this beautiful bedroom set or whatever. And I don't even know if these items go together. But I was like, I want to use something, but like, because all of the World Adventure beds are 4-poster beds, and I was like, well, I don't want to block any windows, but like their bedroom has like floor to ceiling, as we see right here, windows. And originally I wanted the bed to go like on that 3 wide wall with the 3 windows, and I can't do that if the beds all have, a backboard that goes all the way up. And all of them do. So, I don't know. Like, I could have just gotten rid of the windows, but I was, at the same time, I was like, I don't want to get rid of the windows, because then it's gonna look goofy from the outside. So, anyways, furnishing, the nursery. I don't know if you saw, but I found, like, all of the different types of, like, store content cribs in the 1 tile wide cribs. So now I don't have just that one tile wide crib. I have like 4 of them now, like 4 different kinds. Like, this is so nice. Sorry, that was me like smacking my hand down on my arm. So yeah, like this, the nursery has a very, I don't want to say it's a pirate theme, but like we put like mermaid decorations on the wall and like a pirate ship up on a shelf, and like there's pirate ships on the mattress pad or whatever that's called. But like, and at the same time, I wasn't like intentionally trying to do like a pirate theme. I just thought that like maybe the pirate was like fitting because they're always traveling, and it was more just the boat sailing around. I'm like, well, maybe that kind of fits. Like, the kids' parents are, avid travelers, so. And I was like really conflicted about actually using the World Adventures toilet there. We just cut, if you saw that. I just went into edit world to save, and then I forgot to resume recording when I came back to it. So anyways, I was super conflicted about actually using the World Adventures toilet, because it just, like, that's the only like bathroom, I want to say equipment, that's not it, but like the bathroom appliances that we got was this one toilet. And it doesn't go with anything, but I'm like, it's tucked away in the water closet, and I'll just use it just for this bathroom. All the other bathrooms, I did not furnish, because I just figured I'd furnish them as we had kids move into the bedrooms, because all of the bedrooms have en-suites. So I was just like, I'll use regular toilets for all the other bathrooms, but just for this one, we'll use the World Adventure toilet. So, yeah. Let's see, what's going on? My camp is over. Again, as of this video, it has been for a couple weeks, but, gosh, the more I talk, the more, like, stuffed up I get. The camp has been over for a couple weeks when this goes up. For me, it finished yesterday. And, like, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love doing this camp. It's all volunteer. Like, I'm not getting paid to run this camp, to organize it, nothing. And, like, if I didn't want to run it, I don't think they would, like, force me to or anything. But, like, if I didn't run it, no one else would. Like, it wouldn't happen. But at the same time, my entire month of June is gone. And I had hoped that because I did camp in the morning this time, that it wouldn't feel that way. Because last year, I was still nannying, and so I would nanny in the mornings, and then camp would start at like 1. I think it was 2 to 4. So because I would normally nanny until about noon, 12:30ish. Then I would go home, eat lunch, change if I needed to, and then I was out to do the camp. And I was like, and last summer, I was just like, oh my god, my summer, like my month of June is completely gone. So I was hoping this year, now that like I'm no longer nannying, and you know, I'm doing it first thing in the morning, then maybe like, because then I'll be able to come home afterwards and do whatever I need to do, that hopefully I will no longer feel like my June just evaporated. Nope, still feels that way. And like I'm dog sitting like back to back. Like it was for me last week I was dog sitting for like a week straight, and there was 2 days. So the family I was dog sitting for had told their next door neighbors that they could watch their dogs, having forgotten that they themselves were going on vacation and were having me come watch their dogs. So then they're like, oh, well, do you mind if we share, you know, your information with them, and you can just, you know, double dip, and you can let our dogs out, then just run next door and let their dogs out. And I was like, as long as they don't mind that I can't stay overnight with them, that's fine. Because I'd already promised this family that I was already going to dog sit for, like I had to stay overnight with their dogs. And they're like, oh no, that's fine. Like the neighbors get it. You just have to let them out and feed them and make sure they have water and stuff like that. Because otherwise the dogs basically just sleep all day. Sorry. They're older dogs. They don't do a whole lot. I was like, okay, like as long as they're sure. So I had the one family, and they had 3 dogs. And I'm sorry, if you are having someone come stay at your house, you need to pick it up before you leave. Like, I walked into this house, and it was honestly, like, a disgusting mess. Like, it was so messy. Like, if I had wanted to sit at the kitchen, like, at their kitchen table and, you know, eat dinner or whatever, I wouldn't have been able to because there was so much stuff piled up all over their kitchen table. And there was stuff all over the counters and on the floor. And it's just, I'm just kind of like, you knew you were leaving for a week and you didn't even pick up your house. Like... Anyways, kind of a side rant that really bugs me though. I'm like, you're leaving. I wouldn't want to come home to a mess like that. Like, let alone leave it for somebody else to go live in for a week. Anyways. So I had this family, I had the neighbors' dogs, and then I had my neighbors across the street reach out and they're like, hey, this is kind of last minute, but a friend, like one of our friends, and us, like the neighbors, we made plans, like last minute plans to go see a concert, but we need someone to watch our dogs. And see, I dog sit for the neighbors' friends, so then they're reaching out like, hey, can you come watch our dogs too? Like, and they're like, you don't have to stay overnight with him, but this dog has to be fed by a certain time or he throws up stomach acid all over his crate and it stinks and it's hard to clean. So like he's on like a super tight schedule. And my neighbors across the street, they had, their dog had puppies, and so, like, they have to be taken care of every so many hours, and they have a nanny cam on the puppies, so, like, I'm in the middle of camp one morning, I checked on the puppies before I left, so at about 8 o'clock, I had gone over to check on the puppies. I had cleaned up their pen to make sure they didn't have, like, poop and pee and, like, dirty puppy pads out, and made sure they had food and water. She texted me at like 9:30 and she's like, you need to run over and check on puppies. Like they have poop in their crate or in their pen and stuff. Like, cause she could see this on the nanny cam. And the thing is like, her granddaughters were supposed to be attending camp this year, but like last minute they had to like back out. And so like she knew what time camp was. She's texting me in the middle of camp, and I had been there like an hour and a half prior, and she knew I wouldn't be able to get over till like noon. And she's like texting me like, no, they need to be like, this needs to be cleaned up now. I don't want them, like, I know you don't want the mess, but at the same time, I cannot drop everything to go let out puppies when you knew I was going to be busy from this time to this time. Like, it's just, like, the stress. And that was just for 2 days. So then it was just back to doing like the one family's dog and like their neighbors. But then I had like 5 days off where I could stay home, like I wasn't dog sitting. And now I'm back to dog sitting for a different family. I'm going to a concert next Saturday. And the night I get back, like that's the last night I'm dog sitting for the family I'm currently dog sitting for now. The night I get back from this, like, or the day I leave for this concert is the last day I dog sit for them. The night I get back from the concert, I immediately start dog sitting for someone who lives 45 minutes away on a farm. I talked about this last year because she had if you remember the dead chicken story, I don't remember what speed build it is, but I know I talked about it. This is the same family that had the dead chicken. So like, and I'm like, that's going to be my entire July is going to be don't get me wrong. I make really good money doing this. But at the same time, it has been my entire summer. Has been running from place to place. I have not had a day, I think since like June started, where I haven't had to leave the house for any reason. Like whether to babysit, to go to camp, to dog sit. There has not been a day where where I've been able to just stay home the entire day and not leave. That's probably why I'm sick, to be honest. But anyways, so I guess we'll come back to the house. I'll stop, stressing out about my stress. So, the house, when I exported it, actually I can't remember. Because I went back in, when you download the house, the nursery and the laundry room do not have any kind of light. I forgot to put lights in there. So, like, I went back in afterwards, after exporting it, and I did that. But I can't remember if it was before I exported or after I exported. I deleted, like, half of the, like, those lights lining the driveway and the, like, sidewalk. I deleted, like, half of those because looking at it afterwards, I'm like, okay, that was a little excessive. Like, too many. So I went back and I deleted a bunch of them, but I just can't remember if I did it before or after exporting. So, yeah. Also, again, if you didn't watch the last part, this house contains a lot of store content and stuff packs, which I normally try to avoid when building because I know that like not everybody has like all the stuff packs or they have like that specific piece of store content. And then the garage doors are both custom content because they're 3 tile wide instead of 4 tile wide. So just kind of a heads up on that. I do also want to bring your attention to the fountain out front. I was so proud of the fountain. I think it looks kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, I liked kind of hiding all of the little bits and like pieces in the front. The thumbnail also does not do the house any justice, but I don't know if you could tell the lot that I'm on, like right behind it, like where I can't edit is a bunch of rocks and trees and bushes and stuff that I can't do anything with. So it made getting a thumbnail picture for this house very difficult. Like this house is not on a good lot to really advertise how it looks. But it was the only 40 by 40 lot I had, and I was okay with like, cause I'm like, I'm not really gonna be out here looking at the house all the time. But we're almost at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. House is down in the description below. Please give credit if you use it. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.